Yeah, so we're a week on now from last week's local and devolved elections, some pretty seismic results with Labour losing control of councils across England, losing control in Wales for the first time ever, and failing to make ground in Scotland. So if that was the earthquake, then this week has been the aftershocks in Westminster. So we've had resignations from Wes Streeting, the Health Secretary, saying he's got no confidence in the Prime Minister, but so far not a challenge to the Prime Minister. And so we really are in a bit of a phony war where you've had 100 MPs on the Labour side come out and say they don't want the Prime Minister to stay in office, but so far none of them have actually challenged him, and he's been able to say, I'm digging in, I'm not going anywhere. I think for the public there'll be a sense of here we go again and rolling of eyes, but this also really matters clearly for business because it has an impact on the markets and creates uncertainty. It creates nervousness about what the government's position is or might be on debt and borrowing, and crucially it slows down decision making. It means the government's not getting on with delivery, which is ironic really, considering it was only yesterday that the King was in Parliament setting out the legislative agenda that the government is going to be pushing on with in the next few weeks, with some pretty big meaty reforms to financial services, to energy generation, and to infrastructure and to housing. So this is all as well, of course, with the wider geopolitical threats that we're seeing with the delayed effects of the Iran war and the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, where the availability or the lack of availability of resources like fuel and fertilizer haven't really kicked in and haven't really been felt in the wider economy yet, but they're going to be, and that's going to have some real world impacts. That's going to have an impact on business decision making and on public opinion. So all in all, pretty messy fallout from the local and devolved elections last week, but also clearly I think underlines the importance of factoring, understanding and navigating that constantly changing political landscape into corporate affairs strategies as businesses are planning how they're going to navigate their corporate reputation, because the complexity of the landscape that we're seeing is going to have impact for businesses and who the decision makers are. We've got insurgent parties tackling the established parties in Westminster. We've got the Nationalist Plaid Cymru Party in government in Wales for the first time ever. And we've got Reform UK and Green councils taking responsibility for really big local decisions that matter to communities and where businesses are seeking to invest. So our teams here at Newgate are going to be helping clients navigate that as it continues to move at a very fast pace.